higher portion of their budget
True.
just to create creatives, but no budget, not enough budget to advertise.
This is about a seasonality campaign and planning and how you can win your seasonality.
Opportunities are high, attention is high, but the competition is even higher. So we are going to discuss about the seasonal campaigns, the art of winning the holiday rush. But before that, Jatu, I think we have a couple of important updates. Right?
Yeah, we always, every week there is something new on
Exactly.
digital marketing, performance marketing, advertising, etc. So I have one thing that I noticed is going to be a big impact. You might have few things. I had one that I read. It was on 19th yesterday. Maybe you might guys will be seeing on a week after.
Yeah.
But 19th November, Adobe announces that they are acquiring SEMrush. Okay, so SEMrush. Anyone who knows SEMrush, it's an SEO tool.
Yeah.
It's a competitor for most of the market. It's one of the three of the bigger players I used to take
A great
by,
tool,
right?
yeah.
So it's a SEO tool, it competitive research tool and visibility insights. A lot of things are around.
I think they are always expanding their scope as well when it comes as a tool they expand their scope with new features and everything every time.
Yeah. So Adobe bought it. So it's gonna be Adobe is bringing into their ecosystem. So we can't forget that Adobe is one of the bigger players. Adobe is one of the biggest players from the day internet creative. I remember I was using Dreamweaver, Flash, and then they moved inside the Adobe Flash.
Yeah.
Everyone knows about Adobe Photoshop, right? But Adobe have a lot of other products, right?
Analytics, I think.
Yeah, Adobe Analytics is one of the. It's one of the main tools. That's one of the reason that Google Analytics came up with GA360.
Yeah.
We will leave the Adobe's analytics side, but on the creative side, they are giant. I was making fun with all the creative guys on the Photoshop guys who were when this AI came and creating creatives and all. But recently, they are released on their tool Adobe Photoshop itself. They have released a big update, big changes. With that, acquiring SEMrush is showing to us. It's on the search landscape. They are going to try something. One, and then on the visibility side, they are going to try something. It's going to be beyond Google. Everyone is expanding beyond Google. They're trying to come beyond Google. Yeah. So this is something which is you can call Adobe as an analytics tool. They have analytic platform, they have a creative platforms, but coming into search is something they are trying to say something. This AI search, AEO, or something is coming big. Who knows? Let's wait for some time. This is just acquiring update. I don't know what's going to happen. No visibility. I think maybe we need to read some more newses about it. So that's what I looked around on recent updates.
I also have one update that's related to Google Ads.
Okay.
So basically, we all know that, right? The numbers are really important when it comes to digital marketing, because if you want to measure the efficiency of your activities, definitely numbers. If you want to get some kind of an idea about the past performance, your current performance, if you want to optimize, every time. Numbers play a big role. Right? So Google, they have introduced something called original conversion value. Actually, I personally have seen that a couple of days ago. It automatically appeared right when I logged into one of my Google Ad accounts. So basically, as per their explanation, the original conversion value is the unregistered value of conversions before any value rule adjustment. So as per my understanding, it's kind of the prior value of your conversion activities, right? So I think it's something that we need to read more about this. As I just saw this update and also saw the metric on the Google Ads account, I just wanted to bring this and talk about this. I think, but we need to get some deep understanding about these metrics. So probably that will be helpful for us to analyze our results better.
Right.
Yeah.
I just still didn't get a time to check around because I was focusing on few other things in this week, bit of busy for me. So I didn't get a time to check. Let's check it on next week and
100%.
Give. I mean, you also have a research on it, how it can be helping. Just let's move to the today's thing.
Key topic,
I guess as you said, it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, New Year sale. But this is an industry where we are not all the brands goes on 11/11 is done, then next is 12/12, so different promotions gonna come, but it's all I would say it's a seasonality. So how you can prepare? Okay, maybe you might lost on the 11/11 Cyber Monday and all, right? So maybe when we launch this out, when the video come out, it could be Black Friday week, right? So it's the season, the offers could have been started. So how we can break this down for at least for the Christmas and New Year or the season that comes in, and then when it comes to Sri Lanka, it's mostly about the offers, bank cards, bank industries, financial industries focus more on these offers, right? And then e-commerce here and there, big players play a game, but the mostly on the online industry, e-commerce players play a big role, and then few other people the physical stores try to get bigger seasonality campaigns, right? So I would like to bring it on a pre-launch checklist, or what are the things that you need to be looked out on a point of let's say when it comes to seasonality. Say what sort of, first one is one of the good thing is you looking at your last couple of years data. Let's say 2024, what happened November, December, maybe 2023. It would help you to plan your campaigns well, how far you have to start.
One thing to add here, Jatu, because I have one of brand, very specific brand, and if you look at the past data, every year in December, no demand, zero demand, right? So it's a very specific. Actually, I cannot mention the product here, but if you look at the past data, the demand is very low, right? Let's say if I am going to apply the same theory for that brand, increase my spend and do some aggressive campaigns during the holiday seasonal period, right? That won't work, right? So that's why we need to look at data, as you mentioned. 100% agree.
So when you say about demand, I would say what most brand make, one of the biggest mistake is they try to advertise like 2 weeks before, 3 weeks before. I should say you should start early, right? Say you should start tactical campaigns early, like at least 1 month before. When mid of October itself, you should start advertising on all the platforms to bring the correct users to your platforms. I'll come to the checklist what you have to do, but as you said, the demand generation is one of the things that everyone needs to go on. And then I move, one of the key areas that I focus on is the tracking part of it, right? Say if you don't collect data, as we discussed the first point, to make a decision, the data won't be there, accurate data won't be there. And then when it comes to tracking, it's not only about data, it's about passing information to the platforms, right? Maybe you wanted to pass information to, let's say you at the last week you wanted to find the high intent buyers. How you can do it? If you can bring the users to the website and then you can segment them by audience, by different audiences on Meta or TikTok or Google, you can create different set of audience with different platforms, have different methodology. I would say you create audience based on number of minute stays or second stays and number of pages visited, add to cart, view items, right? So add to cart, view items and all, I would say you should limit the number of days. But people who are interested on products, view products, these are the things that needs to be. And on a offline conversion, let's say people, you create awareness and demand and then you bring them to the store. For those kind of people, I would say start collecting their information, right? Say you ask them to leave their email address, phone number, and say that on the Black Friday week or on the Christmas week, you will be able to get a 20% offer, some sort of planning on that. Okay, before coming into offer, one of the things is you plan on your product and offers, what you're going to offer. That's the first thing that we have to. So most probably you are not ready with your SKUs, your inventory. You are not ready with what product to give. Overall, at showroom level 20% offer, or certain selected the one products that. So those are the things that you need to work with your sales team, inventory team, finance team, and bring them out to visibility. So then based on those interests, if you able to collect people who are interested, as I said, if you can bring them inside your CRM or inside your marketing automation tools, which will help you to target them nearby period. So one is tracking, in the sense it's not about measurement, it's not about collecting data, it's about planning or segmenting, using data for the later period of time, right?
And Jatu, I think when it comes to the holiday campaigns or seasonal campaigns, I think it's necessary to identify the difference. Like there are some businesses, they just want foot traffic, right? Increased store sales, right? The offline sales basically. But the promotions, they want to do them online, right? And there are some other businesses purely depending on e-commerce or maybe online sales, maybe COD or whatever the options available online, right? So I think it's necessary to understand and identify the platform capabilities as well when it comes to online sales, online promotions, because platforms, they have inbuilt solutions for seasonal campaigns, right? True. It's necessary to use, like it's very important to use them. Like, you can get some competitive advantage by using them. As an example, let's say if you run Google campaigns, right, you have promotion extension, right? So basically you can use it. So they have a different dedicated option for Black Friday or whatever the seasonal campaign, Christmas campaign. So different segments that you can add a kind of, a value, a dollar, a flat rate offer, or whatever the percentage offer based on your current offer, right? But the thing is, like, I don't know why. So I see that people very rarely use those options because of the awareness. So I don't know.
So it's about understanding the tool capabilities. So one is assets, extensions change to assets, and then inside the Meta you have the value rules, and Meta also have site link extensions. You can use those kind of things, and then one of the Google Ads advantage is seasonality bid adjustment, right? So it's been rolled out a year ago or something, but it's how it works is on the seasonality, it tries to find extra bit of opportunities and bring new conversions. We don't want to go on to that. And then few things is bidding and budget strategies. Like you need to have a proper planning on the budgeting, and then on the days, nearby days, let's say Black Friday tomorrow 28th, so it will be when telecast, it will be Black Friday. So on those days you need to have a gap of, because everyone gonna compete it, so you need to increase your budgets based on that demand on that day. So have a flexible plan on the budgets, planning, bidding. Don't leave it budget limitations. Spend cap limit is over. Those are the things that these things can be automated as a report, right? You can make an alert when the budget is reached, when unrealistic numbers comes in, you can do those kind of things. These are on the budget and biddings, right? Always keep a budget of 20-30% extra on budget planning. Then when it comes to campaign structure and hygiene, right? So don't try and go and add it on your always on campaign, right? So, and then there is always, all the platforms have like facilities, all the platforms have its learning period, right? So you at least needs to run the campaign 14 days for Google's to get performance. So that is on the hygiene, right? Say, and have a proper naming for anyone who's coming after you to understand. These are basic things, but one of the key elements on the campaign structure, campaign planning is don't go and add it to your always on campaigns. That doesn't go as a seasonal campaign.
When it comes to always on campaigns, Jatu, so what do you think, like adding an extension like
that's fine.
That's fine, right?
That's fine.
Because I think the most important thing is, like, as advertisers, as marketers, what we need to do is we have to identify the platform capabilities first, like before we plan some specific campaigns, because sometimes this is applicable for like most of the brand launches, maybe the TVC launches, right? Awareness campaigns, brand lift campaigns. So what we need to do is first we have to go through the options, right? There are plenty of options available when it comes to like different platforms. They have different options. So after identifying all the options, so one advice for you all, like, a kind of, not advice, actually recommendation, right? Just go through the platform options, different options, like, you will be able to see different options available for these cases, right? The seasonal campaigns, or maybe the brand launches, right? So what we need to do is, like, we plan everything without knowing it, right? But if we know that before plan our campaign, right? So probably we can integrate all the options, the available options, at the planning stage, right? So then everyone can. So otherwise, when we realize the options are there, right, it's too late, right? So what we need to do is basically identify the platform capabilities, and the other thing is, Jatu, like, we have to discuss about the cost behavior as well. Right, when it comes to seasonal campaigns, we have to expect a higher cost because of the competition, right? That's the usual behavior, that's the nature, right, during the seasonal time period. But we can minimize the cost, right? I think one of the main reason, one of the key determinant, right, when it comes to the cost, I think your creatives are really important, right? If you're creative, and the offer, as you mentioned earlier, right? So if your creatives can grab the attention.
So that's what I was about to talk. Next is creative readiness, right? So it's not just getting ready just before 2 days before the campaign. You have to get ready at least a month or before. That's 100%. What your decision on the product, what you're gonna offer, and then from there you're gonna bring the messaging, offers, new arrivals, bundles up, and then you go for a FOMO, right? Fear of missing out messaging, early access. You sometimes give access to your earlier customers who have sent them a messaging saying you are my family, come and buy us with this code, and also it's about creativity.
Exactly.
So then when you have a proper creativity, and then the variations of it, and it helps if you start back 2 months, 3 months earlier, you will come to a position, okay, for my brand, this is a messaging, this is a colors, this is what is working. Then on the last week of Black Friday or Christmas or New Year sale, you are ready with the data to back up, right? So you know the creative colors and all those things. And then one of the other things is on e-commerce side, ready with the dynamic feeds and all. Make sure your offers were loaded to the Google marketing platform, the the merchant center or the catalog, all these things are loaded properly. When you set up properly all these things, it goes in properly to the seasonality. So the extension, as you said, the platforms have it. So creative is done. Then you wanted to add something on the creatives?
Exactly, Jatu. Because when it comes to creatives and assets, so sometimes most of the advertisers or brands, they spend a lot behind creating creatives, right? So they hire, the influencers, or maybe some expensive characters to generate or create their creatives, basically ads. But end of the day, right? So they have allocated a higher portion of their budget just to create creatives, but no budget, not enough budget to advertise, right? But what we need to do is we have to first understand, right? So without having budget for amplification, no one will notice your creative, right? You can you can spend a lot behind some famous people, right? And hire them and get your creatives done. But at the end of the day, no one will notice that, right? So the most important part is when you plan your budget, it's important to have some, to get the attention, right? That's very important, right? Create some proper creatives, that's important, right? If you have some favorizations, that's also important. But when it comes to the amplification, you need to save your budget as well, right? Otherwise, you can create a great content, you are happy, but not your revenue, right?
So it's a creative, and then when they click, where they land. So if you wanted to properly understanding about the landing page, we will have the link for the last episode about landing page and what other things you need to find about. Just on the corner, just check it out. The link will come in. So just check out the early episode about landing page. That will help you. And again, but we will cover here on the seasonalities as well, because it's a different thing, right? So on seasonality wise, you need to be quicker than normal landing pages speed, right? We say 3 seconds, it needs to be 2.5 seconds. It's an industry benchmark, it's saying. And make sure your promotion code is visible, your offer is visible, dedicated landing page for your offers. Don't send them for the home page and have a pop-up. This won't help you. Trust budgets, like verified budgets, testimonial. Make sure it doesn't cluster. Make sure it's fewer clicks. It's able to achieve the need and urgency. That's normal. The FOMO is there from the creatives to here. These are like basic things that you have to make sure it works, right? On the offer day, on the Black Friday, your server goes down, your landing page URL, you change it or something you does. So don't make sure your technical things able to handle the traffic. Sometimes you might have a server that won't able to handle number of visitors. So these are technical things. Leave it to your IT team, development team. But as a marketer, you need to make sure this tracking is in place on the landing page. What you wanted to track, make sure you create audience on them. This is on the landing page side of it. You just wanted to add something beyond the seasonality, and then anything on landing page did I miss?
One thing to add, not about landing pages, Jatu. So when it comes to campaign planning, the seasonal campaign planning, I think, when it comes to business as usual campaigns, BAU campaigns, right? You have enough time to, do tests, right? Different tests, maybe A/B tests, your creative tests, audiences, right? You can take different approaches and test them and identify the best performing approach, right? The best performing solution for your brand or the product. But when it comes to seasonal campaigns, you don't have that much of time to design, that much of time to do tests, right? So what you need to do is, I really agree with the point, start early, because you have time. Because I think it's very important to have a chat with your team, right? Maybe have a chat with the potential consumers, right? Existing consumers, to identify their needs as well. Not only not only for digital marketing or digital advertising, to get the basic understanding. Maybe like they prefer another medium, right, when it comes to seasonal campaigns.
True.
Right? Because if we are going to take all the decisions based on our assumptions, so what will happen next is you don't have time to do tests.
True.
You don't have time to identify the most efficient approach.
True.
Right? So because of that, all right, maybe it will work, maybe not, right?
True.
So we can mitigate, we can minimize that risk of failing our campaign, right?
Okay.
If we can get some better insights, as you said earlier, by looking at the past data, like let's say we don't have past data, we don't have anything, right? Maybe we just started our brand and we want to do a seasonal campaign as well.
Right.
So then the easiest way is just brainstorm, right? So ask your team members, or maybe the marketing team or other team departments, and everyone come and discuss the solutions that you can take, and also ask your potential consumers, discuss with your consumers. I think no one will reject you, right?
True.
So what we can do is basically get insights as much as possible and look at your competitors as well. Maybe you don't have campaigns, but if you go through their Facebook pages or whatever the feeds, right, you will be able to find their past campaigns, right? And the traction as well. So
understanding your competitors.
Exactly.
So I want to bring up another point that is, I used to call it, as the industry call it as ATC, after the click, right? So what happened after the click? So you have your campaign set up, you're running for 2 months, you have your offers, creative is done, you understand your competitor, you decide your offer, messaging, everything is done. Landing page is done. What happened after the click? When they land on the landing page, they click on add to cart. What happened? So make sure you have your abandoned marketing automations. In a simple term, you put it as marketing automation. You have your abandoned cart flows, email, SMS flows, maybe WhatsApp automation with the trend of the market that you are in, like Sri Lanka and all. WhatsApp works well, right? So prepare for that. If you're having an app and all, push notifications, call center capacity. And when it comes to call center capacity only, I was remembering one of the things. Be ready with your logistic, right? Say you say free shipping, or you say within 24 hours. I had a bad experience on this year Valentine's Day. I had ordered online to deliver a flower bouquet and a cake. To my wife on let's say on the 14th. Let's say 14th, anytime I'm okay with it. But it didn't happen. It passed to the next day. So it's the logistic wise so it was not connected with. So if I go and blast that on the social media, I put it up on the review, I put it up a post, I put up something, right? It's an emotional connection, right? If when it comes to fail, right? Say let's say Black Friday comes in, I promise my kids I will buy a toy, and I go to a toy e-commerce site and I look for a toy and I buy it, right? But at the end of the day, if that comes on, it didn't come on a day, it can be manageable. But then again, I promised them this Saturday I will get it because I have an offer and I looked at it, but it didn't come because of the logistic problem that they couldn't able to do it, right? It's not about campaign and bringing more people and selling 100% fulfilling. So make sure you are capable of handling also. So as a digital marketer or performance marketer, don't close your eyes and the budget is there, everything is there. Don't go and shoot it. Able to understand in a day your logistic, how many they can handle, from security guard who can stay up to 12 o'clock, or the vehicle driver who can deliver can stay. All these things needs to be discussed with. So I would normally call this as a war room. So bring all the people, the main people into the room and discuss. Okay, I'm going to shoot out, I'm going to bring out this many customers to the purchase funnel. I'm gonna work with the product team and then the inventory team or the sales team and bring this thing. Are you able to deliver this as we promised? You blindly, you two, your CFO and your CEO and you digital marketer, performance marketer sit together and decide, and then you load it out. And then if they're not able to handle it, or agency who's handling, you go there and sit with him. A salesperson goes and handle with it, and then it doesn't work. right?
Yeah.
So make sure that your logistic is ready.
Because I have a great example when it comes to logistics, right? Logistics capacity, but I will save it for later because I think we should discuss something about crisis management.
Okay.
One of our future sessions, right?
Sure.
So I will save that example because that is a really interesting story. So I will save it for the one of the next episodes.
So this is about a seasonality campaign and planning, and how you can win your seasonality. Maybe if you are missed out on this season, there will be seasonality in the sense that different things comes around. You might have another season that's coming on February, and then Mother's Day. So different things offers how you work around. It's not only about year-end seasonality, it's about different offers and campaigns, right? So we had covered the main important checklist kind of a thing, and then guidance and all those things. So this is Performance Spot by APIDM. Let's catch up on next